aspect of it.
Brothers.
Sergeant, good to see you.
The Cadians have the bridge under control. Thought you could use an extra hand.
A welcome offer.
Climb on.
Yeah, Anthony Jordan, I'm with you there, buddy. Like, my wife finds it so surprising that I don't care if she wears makeup or not.
The temple is this way.
Oh no, brother! Oh.
The Cadians are requesting support.
Go. Thank you, brother.
Give him hell. I still wish in the cutscenes they would wear their helmets. I have the option selected, damn it.
Have the enemy infiltrated the dome?
No, my lord.
What about the Temple of Thasian?
The dome was evacuated days ago.
Rejoin the main force immediately.
Our orders are to remain here.
On whose authority?
Captain Fairburn. We are to hold this position until further notice.
The dome is empty. Now move on.
But, sire...
I gave you an order.
Forgive me, my lord. Perhaps there was a communication error. The captain insisted.
The deserters.
No. We have our orders.
Vox your captain. If you are deserters, I'll execute you myself.
Captain Fairburn, come in.
You can actually see it. You can actually see the markings.
Captain Fairburn, come in.
So
Ambush.
No! How? How did it kill him? Come on, dude! He's wearing like 2 tons of ceramite armor!
Kill them!
I've taken grenades to the face! Or did a plasma pistol explode in the highly likely possibilities? Yeah, I know, right? It would have been cool if it was both, right? Just imagine if he was in battle, he's fighting, and he's like overloading his plasma pistol over and over and over again, using it to beat the crap out of things, and then it just finally he hits a dude over the face with it as it runs out of ammo, and then it just explodes. That would be awesome. The Sisters of Battle were originally some leaders' dudes, harem guard. Yes, they were. But you also have to remember that they have evolved since then to be more. So obviously, most of the women that are probably going to be in it are going to be beautiful, because I believe they are selected for that trait. I'm actually not sure on that. I have to correct me. Although I have seen most of them are quite beautiful besides their scars. But still, almost every single one that I've seen has some type of battle scar or something that does mar their beauty, but it doesn't like take away from it overly much, if you know what I'm saying. One of those deals. So okay.
Creatures of the thousand suns.
Cowards! You will pay for what you've done!
Skittles! Charge! Damn it. Yes! Give me more power!
Resupplying.
A bolt gun shooting humans. Do you remember the Astartes freaking short film? Yeah, that's what this feels like. You want to see something else funny? You can roll into them and they just evaporate into a freaking cloud of blood and guts. It's great.
Purge the heretics.
Let us punish them.
They corrupt space and time. Do not fall prey to their trickery.
Where is he?
Not sustained heavy damage.
Whoa! There it is.
Back to the wall.
think the Kopesh swords and Thousand Stones are really cool. Yes, I agree. I really do like almost all of the aesthetics from Warhammer 40k. Like they just said, what is the most over the top bullshit that we can come up with that mixes magic and technology in a way that looks really cool. Ooh, that hurt. Here, the Thunderhammer, and all that was left of him was his feet and his las gun and a red cloud of mist. Oh yeah, baby. Now, that shit gets real old, man. Real old.
Changing magazine.
Prevent mutation and it pissed Magnus. Picked off Magnus and Primar.
Akaran here. We were just attacked by the forces of chaos.
You're certain?
No doubt.
No doubt, yeah.
Astartes and their minions.
Throne, damn it. Do you have Luz?
Negative. We're minutes away.
Find him and get him out of there. Hurry!
What are we waiting for?
We're waiting because I'm grabbing ammo and talking to chat. That's why we're... What the hell is that? Marksman Bolt Carbine. Oh, I have grenades. I forgot I had grenades. Dilly. Alright, is there anything else in here that I need? It's like he made it all this way. He made it all this way. We will avenge you, brother. We will avenge you. See what I mean about the little things in this game? They really went all out with the aesthetic, man. They really went all out with the aesthetic. The fact that freaking to activate the reactor, Titus literally had to light a candle and like throw some dust in front of the machine to placate the machine spirit within. I was just like, bro, like, come on. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. The way they talk in this universe and everyone is very well spoken except for the orcs. Well, don't they have to be? Like, all of the Space Marines are extremely well educated for, you know, being indoctrinated, basically Space Crusaders. And almost all of the officers are also very well educated too, right? So they all speak High Gothic, and they are they should be very articulate. The only guys you hear that don't speak well are the lower level soldiers, right? And they don't really speak much. Because when they do, they get told to shut the up. And you're right. I do appreciate it. It's something that really turns me off of modern Star Trek is how much cussing there is in it. I don't mind a little bit here and there, right? The occasional damn from Riker in TNG was spot on. There were a few cuss words here and there in DS9 and Voyager. And it's like, if you never do them, when you do, they have a lot of impact. But the new ones, like they're cussing like every few episodes, or every other episode. And it's just like and they're using modern vernacular and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Damn, son.
Cover him.
Home Sizzle. Sounds like it was written by a 12-year-old that thinks cussing makes him sound more mature. Exactly. When I cuss because I'm angry, we are not the same.
We will cover.
Right? Heavy bolt pistol. We got the heavy bolt pistol.
He is trapped over there!
Bolt rifle. I think I have a grenade launcher, yeah.
They seem impervious to our weapons.
Waiting for it. Nicely done, sir. Also, it definitely feels like the power sword does way more damage to these guys for some reason. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit!
I will not falter while I still draw breath.
Alright, I gotta heal or we're dead. That's what we're gonna do. Heavy bolt rifle? Let's go, baby.
Need to reload. No victory for you here.
Also love how my teammates are just damn near indestructible, but I take one hit and like most of my HP's gone. Ooh.
Reload. A fine gift from the forge. Restocking.
We got 2 grenades.
Reload.
Like he's just standing there. Look at him. Look at him. Getting his ass whooped.
My armor is breached.
Oh, come on. There it is. Yeah, it does feel like the power sword does more damage
The champion lies defeated.
than the chain sword does. I don't know why. Game? Did it bug out? No.
That is all of them.
Okay.
The exit is blocked by Heretic.
I forgot that when you just hear a dude over Vox, he sounds demonic. I forgot about that.
Enemy. Destroy it.
Minor words stay, but I feel like you're gonna have to cussing in your fiction universe to invent your own words. That's, bro, you're so right, man. You're so right. That's one of the reasons I love people like writers like Brandon Sanderson. In his Stormlight Archives novels, he comes up with an entire vernacular for cussing. Like, I think they still have damn, and they might have shit, but they don't have, I don't believe they have the F word or other more profane words. They literally make up their own, right? Like storming is one of the ones. When you say that, it's very, very bad. And what was it? Shad from Shadiversity. He also wrote his book. I'm so mad at Shad because he wrote a damn good book that ends on like a pseudo cliffhanger thing, and he still hasn't written the second one, and I'm so fucking mad at him. Because he wrote me in being like, oh, you know, I studied how to construct magic systems and how to, and you know, the character literally in the thing uses logical deduction to determine what his powers are and how best to use them. And that entire through line goes all the way through the end of the story to the very like climax of the entire thing. And it was so good. The payoff was so good.
Destroy that.
But you're right. It does.
Artifact destroyed. Look, the force fields are collapsing.
I really think what it boils down to is that millennials don't know how to write. I'm really thinking that's what it is, and that these writers feel like they're entitled to what they're doing. They feel like they're like the drama club assholes that feel like they have this special gift to construct art and they must do it in their way, and there must be no other consideration about having a product or having an audience, and so they want to be essentially an auteur and construct this world and be appreciated for all the amazing shit that they did. But the problem is that they didn't do what previous people did, which is when you get into TV and stuff like that, you have to start at the very bottom as a like ancillary writer with a group of other writers and there's also a lead writer, and so you have to collaborate and learn in all these different ways, and they just don't do that anymore. Like, it used to be that up and coming writers would get trained on the job by more experienced writers who knew what the hell they were doing. So you could put in the art, you could put in the stuff that you wanted, but you also had to have the consideration of this is a product that must be sold to the masses, and so enough of them must want to consume it for it to be profitable, so you can continue to have a job. And they just don't care about that anymore. And I think one of the reasons they don't care about it anymore is because there's no real direct correlation with ratings and success of a TV show. You're not making old school Star Trek where it has to be on TV, and then there are commercials in the episode that are literally paying for the show to be on air. It's all streaming, so they can just throw, you know, $50 million at it, and if it doesn't stick, it's like, oh well, we'll just write it off on our taxes. You know, it's not a thing where it's literally taking up, you know, the 8 o'clock spot on Thursday night, which is hugely important to, you know, because there's only so many spots. You know, it's like that deal. There's no. Because like if like here's the problem is my brain is running away with myself. One of the reasons that it used to have to be a better product is because it was on TV and there was only so many channels and you only had so much time in the day. And so if you wanted the like Thursday spot at 8 o'clock or the freaking Wednesday spot at 7, those were very, very important prime time slots, and they would make a lot of money off of those slots. So if your show was in that slot, it had to produce, it had to rake in the views, otherwise it would get canceled or moved to another spot because they want to put something there that's going to make money. And now with the streaming stuff, that same incentive is no longer there because time is essentially infinite, and it's going to always be there for you to be able to consume at all times, regardless of whether it's good or bad. Of how to do dialogue, even if it's dated, if it just feels natural because people are constantly talking over each other. A good Howard Hawks film. I don't think I'm familiar with him.
Move through the exit. Brother, by the gates of Hera, you must calm yourself.
I will not rest until every last.
I'm not a big fan of these weapons.
Lies dead at my feet.
Joker! Greetings and salutations, my friend. How you doing, buddy? Pow! Good to see you, bud. Feeling that sip, son. Feeling that sip. Plasma pistol. No, I think we're good. But it's like, and like I said, I think a lot of it, especially with the TV shows, like Ring of Power is another great example of a TV show that is basically written by people who don't have any real like gravitas to their name, right? They are you injured? Oh yeah, he's real injured. Like they didn't do anything that of great note before they were given this $1 billion freaking show. And this is and what was another show that was very similar to this? Actually, Rings of Power is another perfect is a perfect example in multiple aspects, because I believe the people who are doing the costumes and a lot of the arts and sets, they don't have any like real credits to their name either. So they're all like these up and coming individuals who are like super diverse, but they have no real experience or real ability, because they lack the experience to actually like make the product good. And I find that freaking hilarious. The first director to actually have more fast-paced overlapping dialogue. Okay.
My armor is breached at multiple points.
So... Oh, I was like, no wonder I've never heard of this guy. El Dorado, Scarface, Rio Bravo. Nice. His Girl Friday. I actually watched that with my uncle. So I get what you're saying. So they're not doing, so they're not doing like old school stage acting. They're actually doing a conversation, so it feels more natural. People can't. Yes. Well, it's not that I would. Yes, but it's not just that they can't take criticism. It's that any criticism you give them is a result of you being a bigot. And so because they can basically hide behind their... Well, that was a whiff.
I've never seen him lose control like this. He has put the fate of the whole system in jeopardy.
Come at me, bro. There we go. Like, I'm not wasting sniper bullets on humans. You gotta be out your damn mind.
Prime.
Are they gonna shoot at me?
Reloading weapon. Stun grenade downrange. Your treachery
Nice.
ends now.
Are you gonna kill him, bro?
Changing magazine.
Nice parry. Parried his boot.
Atreus!
Damn. I can't see his head. I can't see it. Necessary and good, otherwise you are going to... Yeah, it is one of those things. Criticism is necessary for improvement.
Back to the one with you.
And one of the things that really like changed my outlook on life was when I started to... I heard this thing, it was a long time ago. But it became even more true as I became a father and a husband. Is that admitting you're wrong is a superpower. It is, because if you're wrong, that means you.
My armor is breached at multiple points.
If you were wrong, that means you were.
Very good.
So basically the same.
Restocking.
Yeah, if you're wrong, that basically means you now know that you were wrong and you have better information.
Reload.
And now you're right. Which is a good thing.
Bridge clear. Cover Kyra.
And so reframing being wrong into, hey, now I have the right information. I've just learned something new, and now I'm a better person for it, is a great way to make it to where you separate your ego from whether you're right or not. Like, I don't give a f if I'm right or not. If I'm wrong, like, I can't tell you how many times on this stream I've been like, I've said something and I've been proven wrong almost immediately, get fact checked, and I'm like, oh, okay, well,
No
I was
traitors
wrong.
remain.
Like, it's not that big of a deal, man. Especially when it comes to things like, you know, stuff like science and
Sergeant,
physics,
check
and
the perimeter.
or
Yes,
like
brother.
Warhammer lore, or any of this other nonsense. Like, you're not.
Explain yourself.
This is good. So we're
Need I justify my hatred?
You need justify your recklessness.
recklessness.
Traitors have a debt to me.
And you would throw away your life to collect?
Death is my duty.
Your duty is to the Emperor.
The Emperor. Oh!
You will die when and where he so chooses, not over some personal vendetta.
Yes!
Do you understand?
God damn.
Lieutenant, you should see this.
And they actually emote the faces properly too. That, like, It's so, it's
They're using
God.
some kind of shield.
The
No
altars,
tolerance for ego is
same
straightforward
ones
and
we
practical.
encountered earlier. They must generate the shield.
Mine is Gulliman, of course, because I can call him Booty, and it makes perfect sense. For the booty! I love it.
It seems the traitor's motives are unmasked. Seems. You doubtfully wish to stop a war. You will soon learn
Oh,
that
wait,
when
duh.
dealing with heretics,
They're
nothing
surrounded by a
is
gigantic shield. They just said that. You know what annoys me is Dev from SFO never admits he's wrong. Yeah, he does. He does actually all the time. He just doesn't admit he's wrong when he's not. Plasma incinerator. Is that the heavy one?
Get to work.
No. Melta. I'm not sure how good the Melta is against the Space Marines. I mean, I imagine it's pretty great against the little dudes.
They will not get past this.
Let's give it a go. Salamander's my favorite chapter, so my Primarch obviously Vulcan. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the sniper rifle. Four headshots, 5 headshots.
That champion lies to feature.
Not a headshot. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, so it's still actually 3. Okay.
This will serve.
Pick the Melta up. And he tried to attack me and got just melted, dude. It's so good. I really hate the fact that I hit the wall so much.
Restocking.
Like, it's so annoying.
No victory for you here, demon.
Traitor! Get what you
The
deserve.
Mechanicus must be stopped. Why?
Guilliman is awesome. I have the Joy toy figure. Nice.
Maybe
With him with the Emperor sword. Very nice.
Why wasn't it destroyed?
It is immensely powerful. They believe they can control it.
And you're just gonna hand it over to lose. Let it continue. These are my orders.
Pretty much. One of the things I don't understand is how they end up defeating the Chaos in the end. So they create this giant machine, he inverts the thing, and it does a thing that makes them powerful. And, you know, and it does the demon stuff. Where the hell are those other control panels? And how the hell did they find them or know that they existed so that they could turn them over, right? No idea. So that might have been just me not paying attention. That might have been what that was. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I got so distracted by the fact that I was walking next to a dreadnought and the fact that we had that thing where I pick up where you pick up the battle standard and you're just standing there with a pistol shooting demons as they come out holding the battle standard of the Ultramarines. Woo! Talk about a moment. Talk about a moment. Trust me, Tango, aside from the physical disability from those you've aged gracefully. Thank you. Thank you. But I used still living victim mindset. You can tell why the sorts end up woke and losers in their personal lives. Yes. Well, it's not, woke is not just people who have a victimhood mentality necessarily. It's also a fact of when a lot of well-to-do racist white people, so that's like middle class, upper middle class, specifically females, especially, have nothing like special about them. They have nothing that is interesting about them, and they basically have grown up extremely privileged and mostly in a racially homogeneous area, as well as usually in like a traditional family structure, because that's, you know, the vast majority of rich people still have two-parent households, obviously, because they're smart and they know what they're doing. And so you have this dynamic where they can believe, just like the old school Christians did, you know, in the 50s and 60s and all the way up into the 80s, even today they do, but where they had cultural power is what I'm referring to, where they can believe in this religion that allows them to feel as if they are moral even when they shit all over everybody around them, because they feel like they're punching up. So they can literally go up to a white guy who's homeless and on the street and like mentally deranged, you know, maybe they're half retarded and disabled, vet or some shit like that, and literally like talk down to them, and because they're punching up, right? Because he's white and he's male, they could say whatever they want and do whatever they want because that's their ideology. They're punching up. So no matter how evil their action is, it is a good thing to punch up. So therefore, they're always morally correct when they do it. And this is part of the allure that comes with being a righteous, moral, and it's not just unique to the woke. This is something that you know, pretty much any religion you can think of has done this, right? There's a show called The Chosen, which is about the story and life of like Jesus of Nazareth, and even in that one, you see like Jews who are doing the exact same shit. They literally walk around talking shit to people because it's like, oh, you're not following this, you know, law that was written down in the Torah, and you're a bad person, and I'm gonna treat you like ass because of it, and I'm gonna be morally righteous and feel good about myself, even though the actions that I am performing are bad and evil. It's still good, and I can feel good about it because you're bad. That's essentially what it boils down to. So, like, it's not as if you can't do bad things to people and still feel morally justified. That is 100% true. Like, if you're gonna hurt my family or hurt me, bad things are going to happen to you, and I'm not going to feel bad about it, and I'm going to feel pretty good about it. But these are extreme examples, and the problem is that they don't use them in the extreme sense. They basically take on the oppression of Black Americans, of all women throughout history, or any of this, you know, any of the LGBTQ shit. They basically, these basic white bitches take all that stuff onto themselves and like cloak themselves in this aura of morality that they're defending these things and they're standing up for these people. So that's why they can write scathing reviews of Space Marines saying, oh, it doesn't have representation, there are no female Space Marines, and just shit all over the community and call everybody racist, sexist, and homophobes and feel good about it, and could literally shut down the studio, make everyone lose their jobs, and they would feel good about themselves for doing it. It's really disgusting, yes. I'm glad to see the Ultramarine hate isn't what it used to be. They're not my favorite chapter, but they're oh no, I think mostly the Ultramarine hate was memes, simply because they're the good guys. You know, they're the blueberries. They're the signature chapter that Games Workshop pushes forward for its mainstream audience, because they are a more for the mainstream audience, they are a lot more digestible than most of the other chapters. Like, let's just be real. Do you think the Carcharodons or the Black Templars would be the main guys that you would push forward if you were trying to push your stuff into the mainstream? No. Specifically, the Carcharodons and the Black Templar are the extreme of that example. You know what I mean? Because, well, the Black Templars are the Black Templars, and the Carcharodons are the Carcharodons. So, yeah. You know, I'm a Christian. I'll admit no one has done more to hurt Christianity than image other than Christian. Well, yeah, that's the way it is with any religion or faith or any of that. That's why I consider the woke. That's why I consider it a religion. It's because that's what it is. The people that ascribe to this religion were not logicked into it. No one logically explained how any of this oppression shit worked to them. They simply were told by an authority figure, hey, this is the world you were lied to. This is the way the world actually is, and you can use that to make yourself a good person. So as long as you say that Israel is committing a genocide, you're a good person. No matter what horrible bullshit you do. You could be a murderer, you could be a thief, you could be a terrorist, you know, you could be one of these Weather Underground people from the 70s who blew up freaking government buildings, and they will still bring you to political rallies and all this other shit because you're on the right side of history. By the way, right side of history is just another way to say God. God told me to do it. Yeah, that's essentially what that is. But you're right, but that's with any religion. I mean, look at Islam, is the same way, right? One of the reasons that so many in the West have such a bad opinion of Islam is because of the extremists. Now, to be fair, one of the reasons Islam is so extreme is because it comes from a part of the world that is not, how should we put this? On the tech tree of civilization, they're not as socially advanced as the West as we think we are, right? So these Islam has not been reformed in its whole like Christianity was with the Catholic Reformation and all this other nonsense that basically required the Catholic Church to tone down its bullshit on its oppression of the people as a whole, rather than to shift to a more spiritual form of oppression where, you know, if you don't do what we say, well, then you're going to go to hell, rather than if you don't do what we say, I'm going to stab you and then you're going to go to hell. You know what I mean? So frustrated there's no room or gray areas where I can say I don't support Russia or Ukraine and still get labeled. But yeah, I know, right? It's like, yeah, the whole Ukraine thing just it's making normal people retarded, just in general, and it bothers me to no end, just how ridiculous it is.
Gain the notice of the changer of ways. Die for the true gods.
The coward witch vanished.
Bullshit.
Another barrier. Sustained by that altar, no doubt. Purge the heretic so we may destroy it. Gladly.
There it is.
Throwing frag grenade.
Boom. Get wrecked. And I mean, let's be real, even as much as the devs say they're lore compliant in this game, aren't Space Marines supposed to have like epic regen and shit?
Area secure.
You know what I mean?
Now
So it's
the
not
altar.
like they're like fully on board with it, right? And it's like with the operations mode. It's rare that you would have
Death's grasp.
Changing magazine.
that you would have more than one type of Space Marine in a squad, right? So you would have a squad or, you know, whatever of Ultramarines, and then you would have like Salamanders go into another objective with their own squad, and then you'd have, you know, they'd work together toward the similar objectives, sort of, maybe, depending on who they are. But you would never have like mixed squads unless it was like dire, right? Like, you know, all of my squad got wiped out and I met up with a freaking Blood Angel, and then we were fighting for our lives, and then we found a squad where there's one survivor of a Black Templars or some dumb shit like that, right? Like, that'd be the only way that would happen. I could imagine. It's only common in Death Watch. Yeah, exactly, Death Watch. Yeah, but that's different though, right? Because that's its own thing, right? That's not like, oh, we've got a campaign at this world and we're gonna do some drop shock troops. We're gonna do some of that nonsense, and then they basically have like mixed squads, and it's like I don't think that would ever happen. Right? That's because they don't work together like that, right? So, but yeah, like the whole Ukraine thing they bothered me, because like at first I was against us participating in it at all, and then I was informed, and then I found out that we had actually signed a treaty with Ukraine, and Russia signed it as well, that they would guarantee the sovereignty of the country so long as they gave up if they gave up their nuclear weapons. Both the United States and Russia would guarantee their sovereignty against any outside power. So we are actually obligated as a country to at least support them in the defense of their country. I'm pretty sure we're technically supposed to be defending them. However, because Russia didn't actually declare war and it's some kind of stupid military thing that they're doing, I think it gives us an out to not actually go to war, and I think that's why they did it that way. Death Watch and Xenogenocide troops. Twin Dragons, what's up, buddy? Words are hard. Yes, they are. Death Watch or Xeno Hunters, if I recall. Yeah, I think they are, yeah. I think so. They're part of... what is it called? I can't remember what the Inquisition... Ordo Xenos? Ordo Hereticus is the one for heretics. and traitors. Ordo Xeno is the one for hunting and killing I was gonna say xenomorphs, aliens. What's the other one? There are a lot of other Ordos, but the main one is Ordo Xenos, Ordo Hereticus, and God, I can't remember what it is. It has to do with specifically chaos, right? Or is it is Hereticus chaos? I can't remember. Demon hunters. There you go. Thank you. I wish the gray shields from the beginning of the primaries, the founding state, a permanent thing because they were mixed squads. Ah, yeah, I see. But yeah, it doesn't matter what you really do or say when it comes to what's going on in Ukraine. If you are not staunchly sucking the of one side or the other, then the other side will basically call you whatever pejorative that they've come up with. So you're either sucking Putin or you're, sucking Zelensky. So, does it matter? No, because anybody who is like that and who has that kind of, and who would say that is probably just a jackass and doesn't deserve your time, attention, nor your argumentation for anything that you hold. It's right. It's like, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, and the main reason is because I do not align with the parties at all. I despise them both because it definitely feels like they are not as they should be.
Attempting to breach the doors. That is no simple sorcery. Look how twisted the altar has grown. It seems alive. If
but
it lives,
all the time, I get,
it reeks of
blue team people from all ends of the spectrum, from all the way to frickin' commies and tankies to frickin' liberals like me will basically call me a frickin' conservative or any of this other shit, and it's laughably stupid. Laughably stupid. Where are... I need grenades.
More abominations that wish to die. Leave these monstrosities to me.
Reload. I think we got ammo over here. We do.
Resupplying.
Dude, I do not have any grenades. I should have looked for some before I freaking stood in the circle, but you know, Ordo Xeno, Ordo Hereticus, and Ordo Malice. Thank you. Are there no grenades on this freaking thing? Plasma incinerator. Ammo. Okay. I'm a conservative, but I think the Republicans and Democrats are two sides of the same coin, and it's not queen that's in our favor. Not a queen that's in our favor. That's fair enough. I also, it's one of those things where people, it's one of those things that really bothers me about memes, where the deep state does exist, but it's not this all-encompassing conspiratorial bullshit. It's basically a bunch of people who have jobs within the state, and no matter which administration takes over, the agenda never seems to change because the people at the lower levels who are actually carrying out the business don't change their stuff even when the leaders change. Or they try really hard not to, I should say. Right? It's that kind of deal. Boom! Get wrecked, motherfucker!
Back to the war with you.
Whoa, what was that?
No fault of what I still try.
That guy, apparently. Gotcha, motherfucker! Ah, let's go!
life is ended.
Like Reagan once said, I didn't leave my party. My party left me, and I think there's a lot of liberals and conservatives that feel that way now. Yeah, yeah. But like I was saying, like the whole deep state meme, like the deep state, like I said, the deep state does exist, but it's not like this conspiratorial crazy shit, right? It has a more mundane explanation that basically says that it feels like the United States government is always pro like war all the time, especially like intervention all over the place. It does feel that way. And there is some truth to that, and one of the reasons there's actually truth to that is because the United States is a global empire, and we have interests that align all over the world, and because we are the global hegemon, that means every little pissant power across the planet that wants to make a name for themselves will challenge us or butt their head up against us for bullshit reasons, and try to take the piss, you know what I mean? Like it'll never stop, and so that's why it always feels that way. And it'll never stop feeling that way so long as the United States is the global hegemon. And to be fair, if the United States is the global hegemon, somebody's going to be the global hegemon. And is it going to be? Would you prefer it to be Russia or China or the United States? So, the United States is always an option. Right? Occam's razor. Yeah, but the problem is that people use Occam's razor to justify anything that they think makes the most sense when that's not what Occam's razor really is. You know what I mean? Just because it sounds simple and good to you doesn't make it so. Necessarily is what I'm getting at. Because that's what people do is they say, "Oh, this sounds, you know, absolutely the logical way to do it," and they'll justify using Occam's razor as a logical fallacy. And then what's the other meme? The deep state was one. The Uniparty. The Uniparty, yeah, the pro-war shit that I was talking about. It absolutely does feel like the United States government is, or not that that the two parties are actually one. That's what it does feel like. Oh, that's a sorcerer. It absolutely feels that way, and I know why people say it. Because I agree, it does feel that way. No! Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
No victory for you here.
Go, 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 go. Stab you in the back, son. How you like it? How you like it?
Restocking.
Does it feel good? Does it feel good? Tell me, traitor scum. Does it feel good?
Purge his sorcery. Reloading. Stay punished.
Okay. I hate sorcerers. I despise them. And the political factions feel samey. Yeah, sort of, but not really. I mean, a lot of the reason the Uniparty thing comes up a lot is because it basically does feel like it's like they're both controlled opposition, whereas the they differ on minor issues like abortion, immigration. They're not minor now, but they are minor compared to the global empire that the United States is, and the amount of war, destruction, and death that is caused because of our global hegemony. So, yeah. And so when it always feels so the reason the meme came about is because the Uniparty is both parties are always pro-war and pro-spending. But the problem is that the reason both parties are both pro-spending is because that's what the people want. No matter which political faction we're talking about, both parties but and almost all Americans, with the exception of a small minority, are pro the government spending massive amounts of money that it doesn't have. And so that's where the Uniparty meme came up. But it's not true insofar as there is no... Because, like, the Uniparty also speaks to the way people have, like, integrated it into their worldview is it's become some kind of brain rot bullshit where there actually truly is... There is no Republican Democrat. There's, like, some master manipulator in the background, and a lot of people usually use the Jews as the scapegoat for this. And... Or a lot of racist people use the Jews for a scapegoat of this. But it's not... true in that aspect. It's only true that you don't need a conspiracy when interests align, essentially.
See you at the objective.
The Emperor protects.
Lance of Jove, stand by for extraction.
Affirmative.
I don't get this at all. Why are you knocking?
Open the doors.
He should know. But I do love it. In the name of the Emperor. Lovely. This asshat.
Marius lose.
I owe you my existence.
Come
They
with
did such a
us.
good job with this game. Look how much bigger
The
he is.
battle barge.
Compliance, but I must speak with Archmagus Nozick at once.
He's dead.
Dead.
You are to replace him. Lose.
Also love how they did how the Mechanicus talk. So good. They talk like Data would or something like that, but even more obtuse. Really good.
Approaching battle barge, docking in 1 minute.
The power source. It's dangerous.
I have spent my life studying it. I assure you it's quite safe. In the right hands.
Arrogance.
Arrogance.
Why must the Mechanicus meddle with the unknown?
We follow the will of the Omnisire.
Go ahead.
Titus, report to Captain Akaran immediately on
I'm not gonna lie.
Confirmed.
I find it
Titus.
kind of bizarre.
The Captain Titus was killed.
Technically, isn't messing with that
on
thing
the
tech
fourth
heresy?
world of Graia over a century ago. He died holding the power source in his hands.
Nah. Nah.
Not even an Astartes could survive power of that magnitude.
That cogitator on his shoulder, dude, is going so hard on me, man. Got fucking love 40k, dude.
Marius lose. Come with me.
That freaking thing is still looking at him. It's so good. Oh, it's so good, dude. So good. We're $35 trillion in debt. Yeah, but let's be real. That actually doesn't really matter too much because of how modern monetary theory works.
We must report to Captain Akaran.
Plug those Promethean links immediately.
It's one of the weirdest things that
I'll need
I've
a
started.
repair
Oh, I
crew
love
before
this.
my next flight.
Yes, ma'am.
Take note of the battle damage for the engine sears. Armor plating in sections 28B and 40E is compromised, along with void seals. Portside aileron is jammed. Portside afterburner has shrapnel lodged inside. Pressure test the fuel system after the leaks are sealed. Heavy bolters require a full resupply. Short-range sensors have been rendered useless. Make that a priority.
I'll make the necessary arrangements, my lord.
Just hearing interactions like that. For all the over-the-top everything, 40K, it's the human moments that are still making way space. Exactly. I think that's what people don't. A lot of modern writers don't really get about dialogue and the world. You want to put your character in the world and have the world exist, even if the character wasn't there. And you want people to act like people, not like they've read the script and they know where the story's going, and so they need to say and do the things to make the script go forward. Necron Blackstone is supposed to have resistance to chaos and repel it, but that's a Necron made. Yeah. I think it's definitely a missed opportunity that there are not more varied types of enemies, right? I appreciate the Tyranids and I appreciate the chaos. I do. But just like with Bolt Gun, right? It's just chaos you're fighting in that. In the first Space Marine, you're basically fighting orcs and other Chaos Space Marines. Were you fighting Nurgle Marines or were you fighting Tzeentch Marines? I can't remember. It's been so long since I played that game. I basically only remember fighting the orcs for the most part. I think they were Tzeentch, right? Pretty sure. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway. Tzeentch, okay, thank you. I'm going to take a quick break because I need to go use the restroom and maybe top off my coffee a little bit. So we shall return post haste right after these messages from our from our brain screen. Stay tuned for more right here at the Tango Hotel. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by. Right after these messages.